A day after a powerful windstorm pummeled the region, the extent of the damage is becoming clear. Homes and buildings damaged and 250 trees down in Spokane alone. Some people won't have power until Sunday. Plus,
just thinking about that child losing their parent is heartbreaking.
Tonight, friends are remembering Melanie Sanborn, a mom, pediatrician, and friend whose life was tragically cut short when a falling tree hit her car.
While our weather has turned calmer, it's also turned a little bit colder, but that trend is going to continue into not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Well, check out this drone video we took today from Comstock Park. There are trees just littering the park there. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward says 50 trees were lost there alone. Overall, she estimates that 250 trees were uprooted yesterday.
Now, Comstock Park has been temporarily closed due to dangerous conditions, and the city says there is a possibility that more trees and limbs could fall and are asking everyone to just stay away. And good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here on KREM 2 News at 11. I'm Regina On.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Let's get right to our top story tonight. As the region works to recover from yesterday's deadly windstorm, we're learning more about the woman who lost her life on Spokane's South Hill. Melanie Sanborn died after a tree fell and hit her car. Today, her colleagues in the hospital where she worked are remembering her. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones reports.
Dr. Melanie Sanborn was more than a dynamic pediatrician. She was a wife, a mother, and a friend. The important work she did at Shriners Hospital for Children is just a portion of what she meant to the people around her.
Yeah, I think just yesterday we'd heard about the incident, but not until this morning when I got to the office did I learn, who it was.
Sanborn's colleagues remember her as someone who was easy to get along with. Shriners released this statement in regards to her passing, saying Melanie was a tireless advocate for kids and beloved by her patients. The hospital goes on to say that she provided care for children undergoing surgery and personally managed specialty clinics for children living with osteogenesis and muscular dystrophy.
She has a daughter who's the same age as my daughter, and just thinking about that child losing their parent is heartbreaking.
Jen Callisfard is a fellow doctor who worked with Sanborn. The tragic accident has put into perspective just how quickly life can change. The two had just communicated with one another over the holidays. She describes the late doctor as a fun person and distinctly recalls the positive relationships she had with patients.
I think with everything going on in the world right now, we just have to realize that we just need to, kind of be kind and love one another. And I think she, with her family and friends, did that.
Dr. Sanborn was only 42 years old. She'll forever be remembered by her loved ones and the people who had a chance to spend time with her. From Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
John Snyder, a 59-year-old man from Post Falls, also died during the storm. He was driving on Highway 97 just east of Coeur d'Alene, a little bit south of I-90 yesterday, when a tree came off the hillside and hit his car. That's according to authorities. He died from his injuries at the scene. Meantime, thousands of people still without power tonight. You were looking at a live look at Avista's power outage map right there. Right now, about 30,000 customers still without power tonight. Now let's take a look at Kootenai Electric's power outage map right there. All those red dots indicate an outage right there. About 6,200 customers still without power. To Inland Power and Light's outage map now, currently 2,000 people there are without power as well. Avista estimates people in Spokane will be without power until perhaps Sunday at 6 p.m. Meantime, over in Coeur d'Alene, that has an estimated restoration time of Saturday at 10 p.m. Those further north in Sandpoint should see power back on by 3 p.m. tomorrow. And in Kellogg, Avista says more than 10,000 people are without power there, and there is currently no estimated restoration time. To get the latest on power outages and estimated restoration times, just text the word outages to 509-448-2000.
Now to school closures, Medical Lake School District has canceled school for tomorrow. Many families within the district still don't have power and no internet. In Coeur d'Alene Public School, classes have been canceled for Hayden Meadows Elementary School and Venture High School due to, again, power outages. All other schools will continue with classes. Spokane Public Schools says that classes will resume for most students. However, a decision about resuming school for Whitman, Bemis, Wilson, and Roosevelt elementary schools will be made tomorrow tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. That is because of power outages near all 4 of those schools. Well, earlier today, Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward declared a civil emergency in the city following yesterday's deadly windstorm. This speeds up the process of accessing and deploying more resources needed to clean up some debris. But because of coronavirus, the city and Red Cross aren't able to set up traditional shelters like they did in the windstorm of 2015.
Congregate sheltering, which is what we call it, is not the best option right now. And so we're working with folks on an individual basis and meeting their needs as best we can.
So if you need help, call hotlines like 311 or 211 and the city will help direct you toward services. Priority is going to people whose homes were severely damaged, uninhabitable, and those with urgent medical needs. And Kootenai County has adopted an emergency declaration until all utilities are restored and until enough damage and fallen trees have been cleaned up. This will last when it is no longer dangerous. They have also set up a phone line for residents to call with non-emergency questions. That number right there on your screen.
For many people, the cleanup continues. One Hayden man was enjoying his cup of coffee when that deadly windstorm hit the area.
Next thing I know, I got knocked off my chair, and you know, it was a big bang, and saw the tree down. You know, went outside, and the wind was blowing like a son of a gun.
He described the moments before a tree landed on the roof of his garage. Luckily, he wasn't hurt during the ordeal, and today some of his friends from church helped clean up the damage. All right, let's switch gears to talk to forecast. Much calmer today, but also noticeably cooler. Thomas, I'm thinking about all the people out there who don't have power or a way to heat their home. It's going to be cold tonight.
Yeah, well, it is the middle of January, and this is expected, so much colder. But here's the thing, it's been a warm start to the month, so the days ahead are going to be more representative of what we normally should be experiencing for this time of year. So expect some temperatures below the freezing mark, which has been a rarity up to this point, unusually so. Winds just 5 miles per hour at the moment. We are sitting at 30 degrees. Most of our low temperatures early tomorrow morning will be in the mid-20s. Looks like Newport's going to be the cold spot right at 20 degrees. Pullman and Musco down on the Palouse should be right in the low 30s for tonight. Most of the West Coast has actually been dry for today. A nice day to calm down after the windstorm from yesterday morning, but a little disturbance now just pushing into the far western coast of Washington and into the Puget Sound as well. That could actually spit out a few rain showers or snow showers in our area first thing tomorrow morning, but it's going to be a pretty light weather system. You see just a couple rain or snow icons between 8 and 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll call it a chance for a wintry mix. Otherwise, just a mostly cloudy afternoon with highs in the upper 30s. Might squeeze out just a little sunshine by about 2 or 3 o'clock as well, so I highlight that there. But there will be these small rain chances and small snow chances heading into the weekend as well, so I'll detail what days we'll see those precipitation chances and just how much colder the long-term outlook is going to be as well.
All right, Thomas, thank you. Well, today, President-elect Joe Biden unveiled a new coronavirus and economic relief plan that's set to be worth more or about $1.9 trillion. Now, this proposal would provide hundreds of billions to speed up vaccine distribution and testing, as well as help millions of financially struggling Americans. The president-elect is proposing spending some $400 billion to vaccinate Americans faster and reopen schools, among other initiatives.
Tomorrow, I will lay out our vaccination plan to correct course and meet our goal of 100 million shots at the end of my first 100 days as president. This will be one of the most challenging operational efforts we have ever undertaken as a nation.
Now, his new proposal includes more help for struggling Americans, including $2,000 stimulus checks and aid to small businesses and local governments. The president-elect also said he plans to take action to extend nationwide restrictions on home evictions. All right, so head here tonight at 11. We have your additional coronavirus headlines, including a push from Washington teachers to be next in line to receive the coronavirus vaccine.
And a jam-packed night of college basketball at our area. I'll have highlights in sports.